This podcast is sponsored by IQ Bar. Optimize your body and mind with IQ Bar's clean, functional products. Have you ever said to yourself, I don't even have time to eat? Girl, you need to throw an IQ Bar plant protein bar in your purse. Yes, we know you're busy. We all are. We're women. But it's beyond time to stop sacrificing your nutrition, your wellness, and your peace of mind. Try IQ Bar. IQ Bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. Or try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 9 plant protein bars, 8 hydration mixes, and 4 mushroom coffee sticks. So clean, so delicious. You don't even have to think about it. Go to IQBar.com today and enter promo code BRAINIQ to get an exclusive offer just for our listeners. 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. That's IQBAR.com, promo code BRAINIQ. IQBar.com, code BRAINIQ.
You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Wednesday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
So we're all worried about like gas prices going up and all this other stuff that's sort of the side effects of the whole war in Iran.
Yeah.
Which, ceasefire, no ceasefire, Strait of Hormuz, open, close, all of that. Devastating news. Another price may be set to go up pretty significantly that I don't think anybody was thinking about during all of this.
What's that?
Have you heard of a company called Carex? K-A-R-E-X?
Can't say I have.
They are the world's largest condom manufacturer. And when I say that, I mean they make more condoms, not big condoms.
Are you telling me that rubber prices are about to go up?
The CEO of Carex has said that due to supply line issues because of the war in Iran and the inability to get oil through the Strait of Hormuz, they are going to mark up the cost of their condoms by 30%. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, that's fine, that's not the brand I use, they're the ones that make the condoms and then they sell them to companies like Durex or Trojan or the other ones you see. So those prices will almost certainly be going up as well.
How are we supposed to make love, not war, when this is going on, man? This is wrong. This is so wrong.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a great day for the pull-out couch, if you know what I'm talking about. At this point, I mean, this is crazy.
Well, we're going to have, I mean, the baby boomers came from like as wartime children.
All the people coming back from war and all of a sudden we're in the bedroom.
Is that what the next generation is going to be? Are we going to have baby boomers 2.0?
Well, the problem is that condom supply as it is already strained because according to research, there is a 30% increase in people using and buying condoms because the economy is so bad.
I mean, that makes sense, yes.
People have actively been more engaged in safe sex because they don't want an 18-year financial commitment. Actually, you know what? That's outdated. 18 years is nothing compared to having a kid now. You're talking about supporting them into their mid-20s if you're lucky.
Oh, my God. The economy is affecting people from not having children is not something I had on my 2026 bingo card.
Yeah, no, with all these speeches from all these world leaders about how important it is to get oil flowing again, nobody was talking about the condoms.
We talked about the fertility crisis last week, I guess, but here's the thing. I want them to open up the strait, but you got to close your legs at the same time. You know?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast. Is it real? Is it fake? Do we even care? Let's find out.
So apparently today is National Jelly Bean Day, and I was thinking, if you have kids, you've probably played that Bean Boozled game from Jelly Belly where they've got all those nasty flavors.
Yeah, it's a real space in between the flavors of the good ones and the horrors of the bad ones.
I want to see if you can figure out if these are real Jelly Belly flavors or not, okay?
Okay.
First one in here, we've got pencil shavings.
Pencil shavings sounds like it would be an easy flavor to make. I'll say yes.
That is real.
Yeah.
Next, we've got centipede.
I don't even know what centipede would do. I'm going to say that one's fake.
No, that one is real.
That's real?
That is a real Jelly Belly flavor.
What is centipede taste
Don't
like?
want to know, to be honest.
You know what? Fair point.
Ashtray.
Ashtray can't be real.
That one's fake.
That one just a little too close to getting kids hooked on the darts.
Recycling bin.
Recycling bin feels like it might be a real one.
No, that's
Ah, just that smell.
earwax.
Earwax is a real one.
Earwax
I've
is
seen
real.
that one.
Old bandage.
Old bandage shouldn't be one, but I feel like it is.
That is real.
That's so gross.
Baby wipes.
Baby wipes. I'm going to say no, because you shouldn't be eating baby wipes.
That is real.
That's a real one?
That is a real flavor.
We shouldn't be getting kids to eat things that taste like baby wipes.
What about toe jam? Think that's real?
Toe jam might be too gross, but now I feel like everything's real. I'll say fake.
That is
Okay,
fake.
thank God.
That would probably be a big hit with a certain demographic of people, to be honest with you.
Oops, all toe jam.
They could literally take that out of the game and just sell that one. All right, next here we've got skunk spray.
Skunk spray could be real. I'll say real.
That is real.
That's horrific.
Lawn clippings.
Ooh, why does lawn clippings not sound like a bad one? It sounds kind of like nice and fresh. I'm gonna say fake. That's a real one?
That is a real one.
I wouldn't be, out of all the things you've listed, that's the one I would be least bummed out if I was like, oh no, it's lawn clippings. Okay, that's fine.
All right. And then finally here we've got paint thinner.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, that one's fake.
Again, going back to what I said about baby wipes, you cannot have people taste something called paint thinner and then go looking for more.
I am really intrigued to find out how they get the flavors for this. Like, do they have someone or something to compare it to?
Right. Like, how does it go from the skunk spray being in the skunk's back end to inside the jelly bean?
How did someone figure out the baby wipes one?
Whose job is it to come up with these? And what is the testing like? How awful are the mistakes?
That's what interns are for.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Yo, have you seen the photo of the Spanish bullfighter who took a horn up his tuchus?
I have not, and I'm upset that you haven't sent it to me.
Look at this photo, man. Literally,
Oh my God.
gets spear-ended by the horse, by the bull rather.
He's in there.
New contender for headline of the year, honestly. Spanish bullfighter Gordon wrecked him after stepping out of retirement.
Out of retirement? This man came back for this?
So I can't pronounce this guy's name because it's super Spanish, but he's known as the king of the bullfighters. And I guess he retired back in October.
Okay.
And I guess he needed to scratch an itch. I don't know if it got scratched by the looks of it here. Like,
I don't know if the itch is there, but
oh my God.
scratch something.
Dude, I don't mean to be graphic here, but the injury is reported as a 4-inch wound going into the anus and sphincter muscles there.
And as we all know, 4 inches is huge.
Yeah.
So that's horrifying.
He literally got spear-ended there.
Damn.
Surgeons say they immediately brought him into surgery.
Well, I'd hope so.
They cleaned the wound, repaired the rectal wall, and had to place drainage in there as well.
Yeah, this is the sort of injury that lives with you for a while. This isn't like, oh yeah, I'll be out a few weeks and then I'll be back in the bullfighting
I mean,
ring.
do you think he stays permanently retired after this?
I think you might have to medically, but also like mentally. How do you come back from that? From a
don't think you can.
4-inch wound.
I don't think you can call yourself the king of the bullfighters anymore either.
No, the bull is the king.
The
now.
bull is officially taking the crown.
You can no longer call yourself the ruler after this.
Yeah.
You have been humbled.
That bull went back to the pen and got a whole different new respect from every other bull in there, you know?
Walked with his tail a little higher.
No, it's true what they say. You mess with the bull, you get the horns, you know?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
After talking about the Spanish bullfighter who took a horn to his backside,
Beehole.
we had a lot of suggestions for bad puns here this morning.
Yeah, I think it's fitting. I'll go first if you don't mind.
By all means.
So the headline for this story, Spanish bullfighter gored in rectum after stepping out of retirement. On reflection, wearing red underwear was not the best choice.
Spanish bullfighter Gordon wrecked him after stepping out of retirement. I wonder if he'll come back out of retirement to rectify himself.
Spanish bullfighter Gordon wrecked him after stepping out of retirement. The bullfighter was wiped after a crappy day at work.
Wiped. Okay, I getcha. Spanish bullfighter Gordon wrecked him after stepping out of retirement. That's not a loss. That's a massive blowout.
Accurate. Spanish bullfighter Gordon wrecked him after stepping out of retirement. Not the cleanest PSA for prostate exams I've ever seen, but still a good reminder to talk to your doctor.
I mean, while he was at the doctor, you might as well have just done it. They were up there anyway.
Yeah, poke around in there, doc, make sure everything's okay.
All right, I got a couple more. Spanish bullfighter Gordon wrecked him after stepping out of retirement. I guess you could say fans got a real behind-the-scenes experience that day.
I got one more. Spanish bullfighter Gordon wrecked him after stepping out of retirement. If you thought the Taco Bell ran through you before.
Liv Moss. All right, final one I got here. Spanish bullfighter Gordon wrecked him after stepping out of retirement. I hope his whole leg is doing all right.
Oh, God.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Coming up to the end of April, we're well past the New Year's resolution phase. If you've stopped working out, you're probably not about to restart things.
Yeah, it's over until next year, pretty much.
Pretty much. Next year, new me. There is an IKEA in Saudi Arabia, though, that's sort of trying to step up for their customers' health with a program called Step by Step, BUY, like buying things.
Okay.
Where, IKEAs, we've all been in at least one. Massive, sprawling outfit.
It's a maze.
If you put in 4,000 steps between the front door, where they'll give you a little like wrist step counter, and the checkout when you go to buy whatever it is you came to IKEA to buy, they'll knock 10% off the price.
That seems easily doable if you've ever been to IKEA.
That's just it, man. I mean, some of those, like even like around the bedroom section, you could put in hundreds of steps just checking out everything they have. Which is, it's brilliant marketing on their part because it makes you stay in the showroom looking at stuff.
Which staying there makes you want to buy more things for sure, yeah.
So to knock 10% off, your bill is probably 30 to 40% higher than it would have been.
Now, is it like every 4,000 steps you get another 10% off? Or
the release that I saw did not specify whether 4,000 was like the one-time discount or whether, you could spend more time in the store.
I was going to say, I guarantee you, if Courtney found out about this rule, she'd be walking a marathon in that place just to get 100% discount.
I think we all would, right? I mean, I don't know what the likelihood of if it's 10% per 4,000, 40,000 steps, that's a lot of walking. But if you're telling me I could get a whole new bedroom, a whole new living room, I'd figure out how to walk 40,000 steps.
Well, and then you just go and you stop and you get the meatballs, you get your little protein fix in between, keep your gains up a little bit.
See, no, problem is most IKEAs, the restaurant is after the checkout. They probably thought about that. They don't want you being able to protein fuel up in the middle of trying to get your savings.
You know who should take this idea is like every mall that's struggling right now.
Oh, because you already got people mall walking for exercise.
Well, and they keep saying they're like, a lot of the young people aren't going to the malls, but I mean, hell, the old people are in there getting their steps double seniors discount, maybe?
Right, and even for the young people in this economy, any kind of a discount is welcome. You would absolutely get a younger demographic.
This podcast is sponsored by IQ Bar. Optimize your body and mind with IQ Bar's clean, functional products. Have you ever said to yourself, I don't even have time to eat? Girl, you need to throw an IQ Bar plant protein bar in your purse. Yes, we know you're busy. We all are. We're women. But it's beyond time to stop sacrificing your nutrition, your wellness, and your peace of mind. Try IQ Bar. IQ Bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. Or try our delicious IQ Bar Sampler Pack with 9 plant protein bars, 8 hydration mixes, and 4 mushroom coffee sticks. So clean, so delicious. You don't even have to think about it. Go to IQBar.com today and enter promo code BRAINIQ to get an exclusive offer just for our listeners. 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. That's IQBAR.com, promo code BRAINIQ. IQBar.com, code BRAINIQ.
Getting in there doing their power walk through the mall
100%
to be able to get 10% off at some of the stores that are still in there.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Either that or the obvious one is Costco. I guarantee you I'm putting in my 4,000 steps at a Costco.
Well, and Costco would actually work better than IKEA because, like I said, you could do the meatball thing, but with all the free samples out there.
Yo, you're staying hydrated. You're staying well fed. You are in it to win it.
Cancel the gym membership. Get a Costco membership.
It's probably cheaper.
That New Year's resolution is actually going to hit now, isn't it?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We got this message on the bad line last night. I'm not sure what inspired it.
Gentlemen, this is about food. I got this tip more than 30 years ago working with a baker. If you ever have any kind of pastry, especially cookies, and you want to freshen them, meaning you don't want them hard as a rock, you can cover them with fresh sliced bread. And then you have to wrap it tight, whether it be aluminum foil or plastic wrap. And the next morning, they're soft like they just came out of the oven. You guys have a great time. This is your cross-border connection.
Hey, thanks for that, man. I mean, it kind of makes sense, the moisture from the bread, right?
Right. Well, it's very similar to how you can put bread into a thing of brown sugar, and it just sort of keeps everything.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Freshened up. Yeah. Basically, if you don't want your brown sugar to get all clumpy, you just throw a piece of bread in there and it like absorbs all the moisture that would sort of brick up your sugar.
If only you could throw a slice of bread in a damaged relationship just to get it going.
Well, no, the slice of bread in a damaged relationship is having a kid. That's how that works.
Yeah. I like that idea. I wonder what else you can throw a slice of bread into to kind of like refresh it up a bit.
Yeah. Well, I imagine anything that's kind of like bready
That goes
related.
stale, yeah.
Yeah, anything like even a slice of pizza would probably be good.
You know, actually, I stole this from TikTok, but I learned how to reheat the perfect slice of pizza recently.
Is it an air fryer thing? I'm sick of air fryer
It is an air
things.
fryer thing.
Go ahead.
So what you do, if you have an air fryer, if you're a smart person and have an air fryer, you put like just like a teeny weeny little bit of water in there.
Okay.
Crank down the temperature on it like all the way down.
Right, because you're not trying to cook it.
And then you put it in for maybe 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like when you walk into a pizza shop and you just get a slice and they warm it up for you.
Okay.
Perfecto.
Well, yeah, without having to buy a big multi-$1,000 wood fire pizza oven.
Yeah. It refreshes the pizza. It's perfect, man.
I like that. I love finding these things out. Like, it's so funny that at like 42 years old, I'm still learning how things work in the kitchen. I just watched a video the other day, blew my mind, of like the best way to dice an onion, and talked about like, you got to leave the root on and you cut this way, cut this way, cut this way. And it comes out like you would see in a restaurant. I'm just like, I feel like I should have known this before today.
I feel like I've learned more from TikTok about cooking than I ever did watching any Gordon Ramsay show.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to cook like Gordon Ramsay. I cuss enough in life. I don't need it in the kitchen.
At least the people on TikTok aren't yelling at me.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Rob, we were talking about cooking hacks. Would you mind sharing what yours is with everyone?
Sure, I do coffee maker hot dogs.
I'm going to need an explanation on that, brother.
You take 2 hot dogs, you put them in the coffee pot. You take 4 cups of water, you pour it in the back of the coffee maker. Turn it on. Let the water go into the coffee pot. All the hot dogs are cooking in the hot water. Make sure you got a coffee maker that's got the heating pad on the heating element on the bottom.
Yeah.
And you're good to go. If you want to get real fancy, you can open up the bun, put it over the steam vent, and have a steam bun too.
Dude, you're essentially doing Costco hot dogs at home in the coffee maker. That's all he's doing.
Absolutely.
That's
Tastes just like you're at the baseball park.
You know what I have seen online is, and I wouldn't recommend doing this, but I've seen people start doing dishwasher cooking.
Oh, that's a terrible idea.
Where like they'll put, I don't know, meats and stuff in jars and then they'll put it in the dishwasher. So it's essentially the same thing he's doing, just in the dishwasher, but...
Yeah, I guess that works.
No. Don't endorse this. Rob, you came out of the gate with a great idea. The hot dog and the coffee maker were good. Let's not make dishwasher cooking a thing.
I mean, people were eating Tide Pods a few years ago. They might as well actually just like eat something from the dishwasher, I guess.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
In the UK, their government has agreed to ban people that are born after January 1st, 2009 from purchasing cigarettes.
I don't hate it. The idea basically being that, like, if you're 17 or under now, it'll never be legal for you to buy cigarettes anywhere in the UK. And essentially, that's how you curb smoking without trying to like make people who are addicted deal with addiction.
They're basically
symptoms.
just doing like the grandfather rule that baseball has for guys that are allowed to do chewing tobacco, or like the visor rule in the NHL.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was thinking, like, I don't think this is a bad initiative, but I think at the same point, like, I don't know, are teenagers or young people still smoking? Like, I don't hang around with teenagers that often, but I feel like most of them are just like vaping and doing nicotine pouches now, right?
I mean, I don't think that there's no teens that are smoking. Like, I think it's still an epidemic of some sort, but you're right. It's definitely as time progresses, smoking's not cool like it was when you would watch James Dean in the movies back in the day. Now it's, look at this cool vape that I have, or these cool vape tricks that I can do, or look at this guy on TV with a huge pillow tucked in his lip.
Yeah, it's kind of become like a weird trend now that the things that were supposed to get you to quit smoking is now what the kids are doing. So I feel like if they were going to do anything, wouldn't you just do a ban on nicotine products?
Yeah, and maybe that's coming down the road. Maybe they thought that was too big of a swing at first. But I think you're right. I think like the idea of just banning cigarettes when the problem has gotten out of the barn, so to speak. Like it's the lady that swallowed the fly, then swallowed the frog, then swallowed the cat, then swallowed the dog.
Well, the way they're acting is like they've already quit cigarettes and they're on to the next.
Yeah, basically.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Did you see the story about the Finnish Air Force pilots that have been reprimanded for using their planes to draw penises in the sky?
No, that's amazing. Like on the flight map or whatever?
Yeah, so they were out on doing some like test maneuvers and stuff like that. And it wasn't a situation where they were like doing smoke or anything. They just started flying in a pattern. But there are all these websites now where you can track the movements of basically any plane with a transponder that's in the sky. And so people were watching and they're like, that's a penis. That is also a penis. They drew two of
It's
them.
like that scene in Austin Powers.
Yeah. They also, to their credit, drew two hearts, but no one is talking about that. Everyone is very focused on the penises.
And they got in trouble for this?
Yeah. They ended up landing because it went viral with people sharing pictures of flight maps.
Imagine being the boss trying to sit in a meeting and hold it together for that.
And especially like it's the Air Force. Whoever is in charge very likely was a pilot at some point. And I just feel like anyone who flies a plane has had the thought of like, you know what I could do.
I mean, also you got to respect it. Like that shows how good of a pilot you are that you're able to map that kind of thing out.
Honestly, like looking at it here, you can see like there's like a figure 8 for sort of the lower area for the two veg.
Sure.
Yeah. And then you see does the big loop for the shaft. And, it's a very convincing looking unopened pair of scissors.
It kind of reminds me of, do you remember the dude I used to follow on Instagram that used to use the Nike running app?
Yeah.
And around his town, he'd do the exact same thing. He'd map out his runs so he could draw Johnsons.
It's one of those things. Like, this isn't even the first time that a military member has gotten in trouble for this. I saw a story in 2017. There was a Navy flight crew. They were flying a bigger plane, and one of the crew members just said, you know what would be awesome? And literally, that's what he said. It's on record. And then they went out and they did the same thing.
I have a new respect for pilots. Last week, they were all meowing to each other, messing around. Now they're drawing wieners in the air.
They seem like very fun people.
They're having a great time by the sounds of it.
And again, like, it is one of those things, like, I get if you're, like, the general or commander or whatever it is in the Air Force over in Finland, you have to be like, guys, this has brought a lot of, like, negative attention. But I feel like off the record, you're like, sick penis.
It's 100% funny. As someone who grew up watching Superbad all the time, that's super funny.
Well, and just like, not even just with planes or with running apps or any of that stuff. Even like, you ever walk by a real dirty car downtown and you see somebody got him on the back window? Like, that's just, it's funny.
Do you ever sit in a porta potty before?
Oh, yeah. Somebody brought a marker in here and, would you look at that filthy drawing?
Yeah. It's art at the same time, too. It's impressive to be able to pull it off.
I honest to God hope I never get too old to laugh at somebody drawing a penis on something.
The only one I won't laugh at is my own.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Darren, what's something that will always be funny in your opinion?
A toddler cursing.
Oh, absolutely. One of my absolute favorite memories of my oldest kid is my wife and I were talking and she said effing birds, just in a joking way.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, my kid is like maybe 2, coloring on the ground and starts singing effing birds, effing birds.
Yeah, it's the best, especially when it's used in the right context. Because you can't really get mad either.
Oh, 100%. I will say, though, there's like a fine line when a kid turns maybe 6 or 7 and they start realizing what they're doing and they're trying to get laughs out of it where it doesn't become funny anymore.
Where the innocence disappears from behind the eyes and it's like, this isn't cute anymore. Now you're just cussing.
A bad kid.
Yeah. Now you're just going to get me in trouble.
On the kid front, though, can we all agree that kids falling will always be funny?
Oh, 100%. I know my kids aren't listening, so I can be honest here. Every time my kids have fallen in the last 9 and 11 years, at least internally, a part of me has gone.
I've had to have brought this up before. There's an Instagram page called Kids Getting Hurt.
Yeah.
100% worth checking out.
It's so good. It's so much better when it's somebody else's kids.
Some other ones that we got here on the text line is watching dogs poop. Which they always have funny faces. I'll also say sticking my finger in my dog's mouth to ruin a yawn.
Give him the old little flap back and forth.
That always gives me a giggle there. And someone said Uranus.
The word, it's pronounced Uranus.
No, it's not.
It's Uranus.
No, it's
You're
not.
right. You're right.
We do got Sue on the phone. Sue, you've got the one that everybody's thinking about.
Farts, man. They got to be farts. I don't care how old you are. Just got to let it rip, man. It's it. Like I said, I'm 60 years old. I crop dust people at work all the time. If they don't think it's funny, they can pound salt.
Sue, you are my spirit animal, girl.
Right? Listen, when you're my age, you got to find the joys in life. Like, you know what? People might think I'm a little bit odd, but you know what? They can pound salt. That's all I can say.
Not everyone else can pound salt. I think what you meant to say is they can smell it, you know?
Absolutely. Right on. That's it. Once in a while, I get a squeaker road that doesn't smell. So then it's musical and it's fun to listen to. We all giggle about it, right?
I love you so much, Sue. You're my new favorite person.
Excellent. Well, you guys are awesome. I love listening to you. Like I said, I've texted. You guys make my day driving to work because I work in healthcare and it can be very trying. And you got to go in and you guys decompress me before I get there. So keep on keeping on, guys.
We're like the radio equivalent of a fart.
Exactly.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast. Would you rather? Wednesday. Would you rather Wednesday?
All right, let's get weird. 762-555. First one in here says, would you rather only be able to drink prune juice for the rest of your life or only be able to eat prunes for the rest of your life?
Oh, I feel like you just go with prune juice because you can plug your nose and just get it down. You know what I mean?
And I'm sure if you put booze in it, you could, you could make it tolerable.
Right? Yeah. You could add other stuff to it. Where if it is just a raw prune, like what do you do with a prune?
I mean, I guess here's the loophole. You can just like add it to food, right?
Maybe.
What if you were like, oh, I put prunes on my pizza, and then you pick the prunes off? Does that still count?
Well, if the idea is you can only eat prunes for the rest of your life, I think picking them off your pizza probably defeats the purpose.
Hey, look at how people have done stuff with like vegan food, and they're able to make whatever into chicken nuggets. I feel like you could figure something out with prunes if you thought hard enough.
You'd get creative if it was the only thing you could have.
All right, someone said you're stranded on a tropical island with a beautiful girl, like amazingly hot, or stranded on the same island with survivalist Bear Grylls.
I mean, yeah.
Bear Grylls is probably the answer.
Probably the guy that's gonna keep me alive, because I don't have the means or skills to stay alive by myself.
And I mean, the thing is like, it doesn't matter how beautiful this lady is.
Yeah.
She's not into you and you're just on the island then.
Also, like, if we're using conventional standards of beauty, right? The idea of the attractive woman, probably not a lot of meat on her bones in case things go bad. You know what I'm talking?
That's one way of looking at it. Would you rather eat a toenail or eat a handful of dead skin? I'm going to go dead skin.
I think you have to go dead skin. I just can't imagine chewing your way through a toenail. And if you don't chew it, if you just tried to like, it's not going to be good for you either.
I'll say someone who used to be a chronic nail biter, I've probably eaten way more than a handful of dead skin, just like biting off the sides of my fingertips
from
all the time.
gnawing away. Yeah. Well, did you ever eat a nail? Did you ever accidentally swallow a nail while you were biting?
I hope not. Maybe when I was a kid, I probably did.
Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe you've eaten dozens of nails and you just didn't know.
Is that what people are talking about when they say they eat nails for breakfast? Would you rather never be able to blink or never be able to smile again?
Oh, never be able to smile. I don't need to smile. I'll get through my day without smiling. Imagine never being able to blink. Your eyes would just be two raisins stuck in your head.
Yeah, I guess, but like, I don't know, the smiling thing, like, at least like with your eyes, if you're not blinking, then people would be like, oh, like maybe he's got a thing for his. People are just gonna think you're a dick if you never smile at anything.
Again, that's a you problem.
Can you laugh without smiling?
You can, but you look like a psychopath.
Exactly. At least if you like don't blink, your eyes are just wide open all the time, you know?
I think the eye thing would just be too painful. Also, people are going to be like, what are you staring at, you weird creep?
Asserting your dominance. You know what? That might give you more self-confidence, actually, you know, in yourself if you have to deal with that on a regular basis.
Yeah, because now my eyes are stuck open and I'm still allowed to smile, so I'm going to scare everyone.
All right, final one here. Would you rather live in a big city in the Marvel or DC Comics universe?
Oh my God.
Probably the Marvel one, because the DC one, it seems like it's always raining all the time.
That's true. Yeah.
It's always dark and gloomy there.
Like, I get when the Avengers are in town, there's usually like a lot of property damage and aliens and stuff like that.
Insurance rates are probably crazy, for sure.
But even when Batman's got the day off, it sucks to live in Gotham, you know?
Yeah, it's like living in purgatory is what it feels like, you know?
Yeah, at least the Marvel universe is painted to be like a pretty upbeat, positive place where bad things happen sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of aliens in the DC universe just constantly coming to town.
And like everybody in Gotham is a bad person?
Right.
Is that what it is?
Just you're either a corporate scumbag or some sort of 2-bit thug if you live in Gotham. No, thank you.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.